How's it going, guys? Welcome to the Being Human Show. This is episode 1 with the big Jamo and Lennon. How are you, Jamo?
Big boy, 6'3", fam.
6'3", bruv.
Nah.
You mean 3'6"?
5'10" and a little bit. That's me.
I'm 6 foot flat, just quietly. Anyway, so first topic, check in. How are you, mate?
I'm good.
What's been going on in your life?
Feeling a bit rusty and dusty.
Yeah,
Feeling a bit dusty, Martin.
A bit dusty today.
It's big night last night, rather. Very interesting scenes. What happened? We were Metro's Freo.
Big house.
The big house.
The home.
We love Freo. Well, I personally do.
Yeah, it's my favourite.
Yeah.
100%.
The vibe's always immaculate there. But yeah, like, what happened? Lots happened. A lot we can't speak about. A lot will be spoken about in the future, I guess.
Yeah, last night was definitely a turn in our friendship group, I reckon.
In our lives in general, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, just how was your night?
Excellent.
Excellent?
Yes, it was very good.
That's good, bro.
Look, I did have a dip in the night where I was feeling a bit under the weather. I almost had a little bit of a cry, almost.
You were sitting there, and I remember I had a chat with you. I said, "What's up?" And you said, "I'm just not feeling it, bro."
Nah, bro, I was feeling really like shit. We went to Newport. It was pretty average. Left, went to Metros. I was bumping in Metros.
Yep.
I was like, as soon as I walked in, I was like, yeah,
tonight's banging.
Yeah. Made the mistake of wearing this jumper out as well. So I was sweating my whole life within 5 minutes.
Looks good, but
it does look good. Shout out Beyond Skate for hooking me up. I was bumping, and then
bumping to the music, not drugs.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't do drugs.
No.
So
they're bad.
Stay in school, don't do drugs. Yeah, and then I just
a bit of a plummet.
Yeah, and then
it comes after the bump.
Do you know what just capped it off? Do you remember when
we're talking bump, caps, lulls? Oh, okay.
When that came on,
yeah.
Oh, bro, I was just standing there. I was just like this. Connor Baker had me in his arms. Just like, it's all good, brother. It's all good.
Connor Baker, great bloke.
He is, mate.
Legend.
He's a great bloke. I just sunk, mate. Then went upstairs, sat down. I was just like, mate.
Sometimes you need that though, just a little sit down. I met a cowboy last night. Did you see the cowboy that was there?
I did not see the cowboy.
So, such a strange, like it all came back to me in the morning. So basically,
cowboy, what the fuck?
I went out in Smokers area just to catch some fresh air, believe it or not. And I'm out there and this bloke goes, "Oh, come sit down next to me." So I waddle on over and sit next to him. I wasn't in a great state. And the cowboy has asked my name. I said, "Jamo." I can't remember his name. I'm just going to call him Cowboy. He said he's from Queensland, 600 kilometres from Brisbane, right? Man's out there, I don't know, cattle station or something, right? And he was wearing a cowboy's hat to the nightclub, right? I can't remember exactly why he was over here. I forget that. But he was talking about respecting women, and he said that...
We do respect women.
He said, these fucking city boys have no respect for women. And I said, all right, well, what's happened? Like, what's going on? And I just started agreeing with him with everything he was saying. He was saying, like... and he says tret instead of, like, treat. So he was like, oh, my mum always told me you got to treat women with respect, mate. And I was like, all right, no worries. My mum and dad taught me that too. You know, it might not come across like that on my podcast sometimes, but...
We do 100% respect women.
No, we really do.
We really do. We love women.
Yeah.
Can't live with them, can't live without them, so...
Correct. So, yeah, Cowboy goes, I'm buying you a drink, mate. I'll get you a beer. And I'm not a big beer drinker.
You didn't have a beer, did you?
No, well, he offered me one.
I don't think I've ever seen you drink a beer in my life.
Really? It was my first drink ever at Dill Buckley's party. No, I had it. Yeah, it was in Dill Buckley's room.
Was that your first
for his
drink
16th.
ever?
No, I would have had...
What was your first alcoholic beverage ever?
I will say that, but I've had like sips when I was like 4.
That doesn't count, but...
Well, my first would have been when I was 15 at a 16th.
Oh, okay, that's all right.
Birthday party.
Mine was a double black.
Yeah?
Yeah, started off with a
Mine
bang.
was a Carlton Dry, courtesy of my dad.
Oh.
Yeah, he let me
have a beer.
Have 2 or 3.
There you go. That's very kind.
Very nice.
Anyway, get on with your cowboy story. What was
yeah. So Cowboy Donald Cerrone, whatever. Buddy, we were having a chat, and he kept talking about respecting women. We got a drink. I ended up just getting orange juice vodka and paid for mine and his because he was just being a good bloke.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "We're going upstairs." And I said, "What?" He goes, "You coming with me?" And I was getting a bit like shaky. I was like, "Nah, I'm just going to go back to my mates." And he grabbed me by the shirt and just like pulled me over. So I'm feeling like, all right, I'm getting roped into some rapey shit. And then we go up to the upstairs smokers area, and he goes, "You're going to help me find a woman."
Are you talking about the one on the balcony?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
"You're going to help me find a woman, mate." I said, "How do you suppose I'll do that?" Mind you, while we've walked upstairs, I've had about 4 photos of people. And he has no idea as to why I'm getting photos. Doesn't have any like social medias, doesn't watch TikTok, doesn't do any of that. So he's just confused, bro, because he's out in the middle of the bush all the time, right?
Yeah.
And
wait, just quietly, how old's this guy? Estimate.
he would be our age.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe a couple of years older.
Yeah,
Like, he's not too old.
Yeah.
And yeah, so he's doing all his like, "Oh, you gotta do this to treat a women with respect," and he kept talking about it, and I started getting a bit frustrated. But he started talking to the bar girls upstairs next to the smokers area, in that room.
That little bar at the back.
Yeah. And he was saying, "Oh, can you get this bloke a free drink?" And I was like, no, it's all good. Like, I can pay for it. And he was like, "This is the only fucker in this place that treats women with respect." It was such a weird thing. The story doesn't really go anywhere. It was just I met a cowboy.
So what happened in the end? Did you guys just like...
So I eventually said, "Oh, it's nice to meet you, mate. I'm going to go back to my friends." And he goes, "Yeah, no worries." Mind you, this is 3 a.m.
Oh, okay, so it's pretty late. Then.
Yeah. And
is that why you were gone for so long? Because you disappeared for a while. Because I was having a boogie with our good mate Dylan, and then you were gone for a while.
This was maybe a 20-minute ordeal, and then I don't know. It was probably like I ran into a few people I know, so that I was probably gone for a bit due to that. But I don't know. I met a cowboy, and then on the way home, bro. So I just got a DD for myself, and this was like 4 a.m. and we're on the way back home. Me and his name is Ravi, and we're having a good time. And I was on NBA Top Shots trying to buy a pack, right?
Okay, yeah.
So basically, it's like Pokemon cards for sporty people, right?
Yeah.
And I was trying to buy one because they did like $9 packs, and you can pre-order them.
Yep.
Because of the high volume, whatever. So I made an account, and they went on sale at 2 a.m. and I just forgot because we were at the club. I'm not going to do it while I'm in the club. I'm not a fucking loser. So I'll do it in the car on the way back from the club. And it said, "You're in the queue. You're 187,000 away from getting your pack."
Oh yeah, standard.
And I just passed out, bro.
In the Uber?
In the Uber. So I'm asleep. I just dozed off, and then I just wake up, and he's going, "Hello, wake
on
up,
your window.
Wake up, sir." No, like hitting the seat, just trying to wake me up. So he had to wake me up to get me out the car because I was just asleep.
Wow.
I've never slept by myself in an Uber, and I felt safe. Believe it or not, I woke up and I was like,
"It's the Indian love, bro." Was he Indian? I'm Indian, right?
Yeah.
So this is not racist, but I'm assuming he was Indian, right?
"Yeah, Ravi, yeah."
Yeah. It's the Indian warmth, okay? Like, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Like, look, I have grandparents who are Indian, right?
Mhm.
Whenever I'm in their house, instant just like, you just feel comfortable.
Okay. Also, that's because they're family.
Anyone that goes into my grandparents' house, instant comfort, because the best people in the world, I shit you not.
All right.
They are. And they probably will watch this.
Cool.
So, Nana and Papa, I love you.
Nice to
so
see
much.
you. Not see you, but talk to you.
Yeah. Well, I was going to tell you a story, but I forgot.
From last night or from
from last night. But I've forgotten. It might come back to me a bit later. But look, next topic we have, right?
Yep.
We love our music, me and you.
Oh, mate.
We often send. Actually, I remember this. I remember the story. Before we get into music, with your permission, I'd like to show a photo that you sent me.
That I sent you?
You sent me.
When?
In the Uber.
I sent you a photo in the Uber?
Yeah. Can I show the camera?
Can I see it first?
Yeah. Just quietly, this is one of the best photos I've seen of Jamison. And
Wait.
I knew you were hurting as well.
Oh, I put in the group chat.
Yep.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna chuck this mic down.
So, Lachy's showing the photo now. Oh no.
How good is that?
I was on cloud 9, but was asleep 30 seconds after that was taken.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Absolutely class.
One for the ages, I think.
Yeah, it was definitely a weird night. It was probably one of the best nights I've been out for a while, minus my little into the ground.
Your downfall.
Yeah, but look, I feel like every good night has a downfall at some stage.
Yeah,
and then it just bursts back up
100%.
again.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was saying, music. We do love our music. We love our UK stuff.
I love it.
He loves his
Well,
UK
let's do a
stuff.
little bit of a chat. So, when did you fall in love with music? Like, was it like when you were like 3 years old and you were like...
Well, I've always loved music.
Yeah.
But like...
When did you like see it as a passion and something that you want to follow? Like, in terms of follow, I mean...
like spend every second of my life listening to music.
Yeah, but like what, like waiting for new releases and like following artists and stuff like that.
When I hit like just before high school,
Okay.
I got my little iPod Shuffle. Oh, Nano, sorry. I had a Shuffle then a Nano.
Yeah.
Shuffle was a bit dead, but I had a Nano. I still have it and it still works. I was probably about like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Something like that. And that's when I really started like loving my music. Like every day for school.
What bands? What artists?
Started off with Eminem.
Yep. Elite.
Back onto Nana. I roped her into buying me an Eminem album.
Really?
When I was about 12, and obviously has no idea what it was. So I took her to the show. I was like, Nana, look, oh yeah, I really want this album. Because back then you have to like put the disc in the laptop, burn it, and then put it on your, and basically my mum found out that I got it. She took it off me, and she only gave it back to me when I was like 16 or 17.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So you got that delayed release?
No, because like she took it from me when I was young and
Did
forgot
you get
about
to
it,
listen
and she
to
found
it
it
before
Oh yeah,
they got taken?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like all cool kids listen to
Right,
Eminem.
your
back then.
nana was buying you Eminem.
Yeah.
My nana was buying me Care Bears.
Yeah, bruv. Yeah, my nan's a gangster.
Yeah.
She probably doesn't even remember that, but it definitely happened. And mum took it and just forgot about it, and then gave it back to me. She was cleaning out her room one day. She's like, "Oh, I found this." I was like, "Oh." So yeah, it's just sitting at home in my CD collection.
Sick.
But yeah, like in high school is when like I went full hard. Like I was downloading stuff off
Was it off YouTube?
thatbiff.com. Some other one that I looked at, but like when I sort of found like Lil Peep, Suicide Boys, all those boys, like that's when it started.
You had a real depressive
taste
in music at one point.
Yeah.
And I guess that was reflective of what you were going through in your life at the time.
Yeah. It all like I started listening to that like sad shit when I was about 12.
Okay.
I got into like this heavy metal bands. Still I've always been a metalhead. Like I'll be like 10 years old smashing out Nickelback, like and AC/DC and stuff.
I don't like how Nickelback get a bad rap.
Oh mate, Nickelback is so underrated.
Yeah, I genuinely like their music.
Still a massive metalhead. Like I will listen to Screamo till I like to bed. Like I'll go to bed listening to it. But yeah, like when I was like 16, 17 is when I started spiraling.
Yeah.
And I found it was actually good. Like even though I did have a depressive taste, it did actually help a lot.
Okay.
Like it's very soothing in a way, but
numbs the pain a bit.
Numbs the pain. Yeah, exactly.
Can you remember the first song that you bought on iTunes, if any?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yep. What was it?
Get Hyper.
Really?
Joydica and KSI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good song.
And,
I used to use that in videos. How old were you then? You would have been
12.
Like, yeah. I remember I was around the same age, and I bought Dreadlock Holiday by 10cc.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't like cricket. I love it.
That's good. That is very good.
That's when I was a fanatic.
I love that stage of sort of asking for iTunes vouchers.
Yeah.
And like
it's very nostalgic.
You'd have to pick which album you wanted because they're all like 15, 16 bucks each. You'd have to be like, oh, which one do I want this time? So
I've never bought a full album.
Oh yeah, I bought so many albums. Yeah.
You love spending money though.
Yeah, well,
you hate it.
I have a problem.
You're very Like,
If I want it, I'd get
if
it,
I have
basically.
money, I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I have it, if I want it, I get it.
Which is what money's used for
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
You know.
I'll just quickly talk about my
Yeah. Okay. There we go. So,
journey
what about
with
you?
music.
Like, how did you?
Yeah.
What did you get into? What fueled your fire?
Well, my dad was a DJ for 20, 30 years.
Yep.
So he was doing like gigs for 20-year-olds, and then he was doing gigs for 40-year-olds and 80-year-olds and bingos and shit. So he had a wide range, a wide taste in music and knew a lot about it. So I guess from a young age, I was listening to heaps of different types of music, which I guess influenced what I listen to today. So obviously my mum loves a lot of 80s stuff. My dad also, like 80s stuff. My dad's name's Jamo Lennon, so he got me into the Beatles a little bit when I was younger. I don't listen to their stuff now, but I can appreciate them.
Yeah.
I went through a reggae phase. So basically, it was like year 11 and 12 of school, and I just came across it and was like, okay, this is chill. Like, I can listen to it when I'm doing anything that like is mind relaxing. And I remember my whole exam period for like studying for ATAR, I had incense and I had Bob Marley documentaries and reggae music in the background softly playing the whole time I studied. And I basically just watched Bob Marley documentaries. And then I found out that I was related to Bob Marley like a week after.
That's a great story. Like your Bob Marley background.
It's so distant.
When you told me that, I was like, yeah, that would just make so much sense.
Yeah. I feel like, look, it's probably got nothing to do with him at all, really. But I feel like I overthink and stuff, but I'm a pretty calm and level-headed person. I feel like that's what he was, and I'm very much inspired by the way he lived life as well.
Yep.
He was a bit of a man slut, but whatever.
Man needs a piece.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. I remember I walked into your house and your dad was wearing a Motley Crue t-shirt.
Yeah,
I was like, yes, go on, John.
So he has to wear those shirts for when he does like rock nights. So basically, he has his own business, Jamo Lennon Entertainment, where he does DJ, like he does weddings, fucking host quiz nights, bingo nights, fundraisers for schools and stuff. So he still gets around the music and loves his rock. So I remember when I was a kid, there's heaps of videos of me. You know those little like yellow and green and purple like little playgrounds? They're like squares and they're made of plastic and they'd be in like this room.
Or like in a shopping centre or something. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, no. Like a lot of kids had them, especially in Australia. So like it's plastic and it's like a mini jungle gym. Like this stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show the people.
Yeah.
And for those who want to know, you can get that from Big W. So yeah, that one's $149 from Big W. Check it out. Big W.
$149.
You can sponsor it if you want. Yeah, like that type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah, I got you now.
And I remember I was like dancing on that and like jumping up and down and stuff to Kiss.
Oh.
So like,
yes.
I wanna rock and roll all night. I remember I had a toothbrush that had that song on it. Like I was big into rock back then. And then went through like reggae phase. I went through a big like Australian hip hop phase, which went for a few years. And yeah, I'm just stuck in the UK, and I can't get out.
Yeah,
and I don't want to.
We both went through an Australian rap phase.
Yeah, we actually went to a good show. Like
we went to Get Bodied 2018.
And I actually enjoyed it.
And this is the first time I've gone out with Jamo by ourselves.
Oh yeah,
it was just me and you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have a drink the whole night.
Yeah, neither did I, because I didn't drink back then, and I don't think you were a big drinker back then.
Barely did, yeah.
And we literally had the best night of our lives. It was just a bunch of like Dero, Eshays, but then there's just like us in the mosh pit, and we got to meet like Chillina and Wombat,
fist bump.
Yeah, and Shadow. Oh my god, he was so good.
But it's sick to see how far these guys have come from that night.
Like Chill is massive now. Like,
Chill went from like being known and maybe not even headlining that night. Like he was just one of the other boys, and then now he
would easily headline the show now.
Oh yeah.
If we took that show back, he'd be the headline for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that was sick. So we went through that like Australian hip hop phase, and I guess what I like in music now is how like raw and real people can be.
Yeah.
So for example, a lot of the UK people are very raw in like drill and stuff, but like in terms of storytelling and stuff like that, that's why I love Dave and like there's like Wretch 32, Avellino, the lyricists of the UK. I love.
Gets' album was pretty.
Very
He
good.
was very heavily.
So what were the three
storyline.
albums?
Digger D. I can't remember the album names, but it was
Digger D's
Digger D,
come
Gets,
out.
and Slow Tie album. Pretty good as
It was
well.
like Made in Pyrex or something.
Yeah,
It was
Made in
Digger
Pyrex.
D's.
That's the one. Yeah.
Digger D's, it was okay. A lot of skippable songs.
Look, he's good. Like, he's one of my favorite
Yeah.
UK artists, right? I love Boy. Like, Boy. I love that shit so much. But when I was listening to the album,
Yeah.
it didn't flow. It was just, there's a lot of, like,
Just
obviously,
chucking songs in there.
yeah,
Like,
he was just, like, there was a lot of, like, you know when they, like, blur out a word?
Yeah, it
Because
was
they can't
censored.
say it. Yeah, censored.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a lot of censor. Like, it was just kind of
and a lot of that
frustrating.
stuff is because he's been in jail and he
Yeah,
can't
and
say
he
things.
can't say things.
But,
yeah, that just kind of annoyed me a bit.
Yeah.
But Slow Tie's album, superb.
Yeah, no, I
Not a bad song on
really
the
enjoyed that. I actually talked about that on Jamo and Dylan Show the other day.
Yeah.
So that'll come out. But yeah, the Slow Tie album was good. I think it's a big like jump in his career. He's gone from like basically a troubled young man to probably still a bit troubled, but he's at least like getting it all out onto the album and like expressing himself. And then the Gets album, that was really good. That's like a grime pioneer.
I haven't really finished the Gets. I listened to about half of it.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
No, I didn't skip a single song.
No.
So-
He keeps you entertained. There's a song that would go nuts in your car. It's...
If anyone, okay, just quietly, when you said my car, I have a shitbox Lancer with the biggest, fattest sub in the back.
Yeah.
So
It goes duppy hard.
it does. It's just all bass. Like, if I listen to a rap song, you're not hearing the words.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's the thing. Actually, we'll listen to it after we do this. It's called Squeeze with Mira May, like a singer.
Okay.
And the way that the beat comes in is just it's disgusting. It makes me
Disgusting.
sick.
Yeah, my car's literally just made for wubs.
Yeah.
Because if I play anything else, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I feel.
I have to change the settings when everyone gets in the car. Like, if I'm driving people to the clubs, I have to change the settings of my speakers just so I can listen to rap and stuff. Because
That's
it's just
one
wubs.
thing that's massive for you. You love your wubs.
I do love my wubs.
You wub them.
I kind of just pushed aside all my Lil Peep, my Suicide Boys, everything, and now it's
Channeled
just
it.
pure wubs.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like it's quite... It just makes me happy.
I feel like for you, it's a release. It like releases any like anger or tension, and like injects you with happiness.
Yeah, it's just like a serotonin like injection,
Yeah.
and it's just so good. I went to the Syndicate on Friday. First wub event I've been to in like a long time.
Months and months and months.
Since the HBS Stadium filth, I reckon, which is probably like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Absolutely mental. Like,
Filthy.
oh my god, like insane.
Yeah.
Like, one of the headliner Leatrix was just crowd surfing the whole night.
That's crazy.
Some Donny Swanton bombed into the crowd. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, it was insane, man. Like, never a bad night at a wub event, ever. It's always good. And I'm still trying to get all you boys to come with me, but you fucking won't. You'll love it. Trust.
I don't know. That's one thing, like, that I appreciate about music is that, like, I can like certain wub songs, but it's not for me. So, like, for example, you play one in your car, and I'll be like, nah, skip. And then you play one, and I'm like, fuck, that was sick. And I guess you'd be the same with some of the stuff I play. But, like, one trip that I remember is when we went down south. It would have been...
Was that Toolies?
It actually might have been Levers. Because I think I was in your
Yeah, you
car
were.
on the way down to Levers.
In the Cappy.
In the Cappy. Oh,
Rest
I
in
miss
peace,
that
the
car
Cappy.
so much. I love
Best
that
car
car.
I've ever had, bro.
Oh, so many
Shit you
memories.
not.
But yeah, I remember you said something about my music taste that day, and you just said like it was like you banger after banger. Because whenever I'm on Aux, I will be, I guess, aware of my audience. So I know I've got Lachy, so I'll play, I don't know, some old rock bangers, and then I'll play some of our joint UK songs, like ones that you and I both like. Who else was in the car with us?
Was it Baker? No, Baker
No,
wasn't in our year.
no.
What a silly goose me. Who was it?
I don't know.
It wasn't Jared. Jared and Dylan went in the car because they were 18.
Yeah.
I don't even remember, to be honest. Sorry, whoever that is, if you're watching.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it was me and you in the front.
Yeah.
And then someone was in the back.
Oh,
I can't remember.
Oh,
well.
life goes on.
Life goes on. Yeah.
But yeah, we love music. We
do love music.
love.
Still waiting for people to send me music, by the way. I was kind of hoping people would send me music.
But now they know at least what you like. So
Literally send me anything. I don't even care. Like,
oh, that's another thing. Like anyone can send you anything, right? And I know you don't like it, but bro, there's a guy called Burna Boy from Nigeria.
Oh, bro,
right?
I can't stand him, bro.
Burna Boy from Nigeria, and he's been on some songs with like Dave and some UK artists and Stormzy and stuff, but he is like probably the biggest artist from Africa, like at the moment.
Yeah.
And I listened to his album called Twice as Tall, and I loved it. And I'm there dancing to African music in my car, right? A white boy from Perth. And I'm just thinking, it's crazy how someone can do that from the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Like, it's nuts how, I don't know, one culture can infiltrate my heart.
Oh, it's like your reggae stuff, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. And I felt a connection to the reggae stuff, and not so much the African stuff, but the lyrics that come through, I don't even know how to explain it. It touches me.
Yeah.
Yeah, just send him anything. Send me anything
Yeah,
too.
send us all stuff. Like, a lot of the audience, I'm assuming, is going to come from your potty. A lot of it already is. So, mate, give us all some love. Look, he's doing the dance.
The dance.
Send us some love. Send us some music. All right. Jamison.
Yep.
The Lumen Chronicles.
Mm-hmm.
This is a segment I'm going to have when I have people on that are from school.
Yep.
So when I have Dylan on, we're going to have some stories.
Yeah.
But there's one story that sticks out to me from high school with you. And it's the infamous clothesline story.
Yeah.
Have you talked about it on your potty yet?
I have, yeah.
Okay, so another...
I think I talked about it on the first episode with you, and we talked about it before that.
Yeah.
But for the people who are like new listeners to my show or just watching your show, here we go.
All right, so basically, we used to all sit in one spot for lunch, right?
Near the library.
And it was like it's a library here, and there's like a little garden bed that's a bit raised from the ground.
Bit raised,
and
yeah.
It's like it's like up to your hip.
Yeah.
Right? And there's like a little ramp that walks down the side, and we always just sit on that sort of ledge. You've come bombing it through.
Yeah, just trying to prove a point. I was running.
Yeah. And there's like a what's it?
Gutter.
Like a gutter over the top, like it's like a little walkway. And this Donny has sprinted through the garden bed, right? And literally just munged his head on the gutter and it's done like a ass over his head onto this floor, and he's just munged himself.
There was a munging and a half.
Oh my god!
It was
so good.
Forehead on the gutter, back of the head on the bricks on the way down.
And ass on the floor.
Yeah.
I thought you died, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people did, and I guess I didn't speak much in high school to people who weren't my mates. So a lot of people, that's all they know me for.
Yeah.
Obviously now the podcast, but before it was just, oh, that's the guy that nearly killed himself at school.
Bro, like, I don't know how he was conscious after it. Like, it was a big hit.
I think there was a bit of a blackout, like maybe 5 to 10 second, and then I remember,
oh man,
I think it was Bridget. Bridget came up to me and said, "Oh, are you okay? Are you alright?" And then some of the boys came over, and then a teacher just picked me up and walked me over to the office, and I ended up going home. And the egg on the back of my head, and not on the front, it was on the back of my head from the bricks on the way down, bro. And it was all for me just trying to prove a point of like, don't block the walkway. I actually can't get through.
Is that really why you did it?
Yeah, why else would I do that?
Oh man.
I was just like, I'm so pissed off that this group of people is in the walkway, and like every day people try and walk through, and like there were some people in that group who just wouldn't let people through.
Yeah.
And
we hung out in different groups in high school. Just FYI, me and
yeah,
Jamo.
yeah.
I think we all, even you, Dylan was in my. You were in another group. You were like, I don't even remember.
I was Evan and Dylan.
Evan and Dylan group, yeah. And then our school was very cliquey.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But year 12, I was half and half.
sort of towards the end we all kind of gelled together.
Yeah, but I would like spend like the first break with one group and then the second break with you guys, or like vice versa. And I was talking to mum and dad the other day, and they were the same in school. They were floaters, so they'd float from group to group. Because I don't know,
it's actually weird. Like, I don't even hang out with many guys from my group anymore. It's all actually Evan and Dylan and stuff. Like, we kind of crossover. We kind of just all fused, and then everyone just went their own ways. But
yeah, that's what happens though.
Yeah,
that's life.
Do you have any other Lumen stories at all?
Oh, I've talked a lot about them on the potty.
I think there's one. There was one with one of our mates. I don't know if you were there on break, but do you remember those little like soft drink things you used to get for $2? You know, the little bottles? Like, there's a green one and a pink one.
Yeah.
So this Donnie's finished his drink, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how you can like put it on the floor and kick the cap off?
Yeah.
And the cap goes like flying?
Yeah.
This guy's, we've gone, oi, go and, shoot the cap, right? This guy's like, yeah, no worries. He jumps, like, he doesn't even stand, like, you're meant to like stand on the bottle and kick it with your foot so it flies. He's jumped on the bottle and he's just woof. And he's eating shit. Like, it was the funniest thing. And we used to have like battles with the year above. We used to throw apples and shit across the school.
Really?
Yeah. We had a bit of a blue with the year above us, but yeah, it was
all mended now.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
We love everyone at school now. Like, there's no beef at all.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. I don't actually have many stories of myself from high school.
Yeah. It's probably not such a bad thing.
I was a reclusive figure.
I have a few, but we'll save them for another time.
Okay.
A lot of them involve my good mate Andrew and Dylan. Dylan. Oh, we got some stuff to talk about. There you go. Lumen Chronicles #1. We have that close answer is the best, I swear. All right, so this is a bit of a personal question for you. Life ambitions, Jamo. What's one thing you want to achieve by the time you die? Just one thing. Well, give me 3 things, because like wealth, happiness, and family and stuff, that's fine. Like, everyone wants to achieve that.
Yeah, that's a given.
Yeah,
really.
so what's
like, obviously
one thing?
happiness is #1, and like, I guess with what I'm doing and what I want to do in the future, I guess changing as many people's lives for the better. So like, I can be about to die and I'm like, fuck, I actually did alright in the world. Like, even though some people might say, oh, he said all this stuff about these people and all that, at the end of the day, if I've helped a large group of people have a better day, or choose a different route in life that ultimately makes their life happier or better, then I feel like that's my job done. Like, if I've helped people, I'd be happy to go. Yeah.
Well, I like that. That's a good answer.
What about yourself?
Well, I'm actually pretty much the same.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just want to make people happy. And that kind of leads into our next topic.
Make a change.
Yeah, make a change. This leads to my next topic, which is highs and lows. This is okay. This is going to be a bit of a messy podcast, okay? 'Cause I'm just going to explain what each segment is, okay?
Yeah, because it's episode 1. People need to learn,
So we've got another segment called highs and lows. Obviously, it pretty much explains itself.
Yeah.
Highs and lows in life.
Yeah.
Because I want this podcast to be... I want to spread awareness about mental health and suicide prevention and stuff, because it's very close to my heart. So highs and lows, if the person's comfortable with it, just to get into like how they got through it and what happened or whatever. So highs and lows, Jamo. High, what's a high moment? High moment you're just going, yes, that's peak happiness. Have you achieved peak happiness yet?
I'd say the most recent peak happiness was when Dylan and I sold the shirts. The feeling of when we refresh the page and like 40 had sold, and then we refresh it like a minute later and they'd all gone. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, that feeling was, I don't know, it was euphoria. I've never felt like...
You felt accomplished.
Yeah, I felt accomplished. And there's a lot of work to do after that with the packaging and the
of course,
distribution.
driving.
But for that moment, I was like, shit, like that feels good. There's been a couple of times when I will like go to the beach and I'll just look out onto the ocean and I'll reflect on life and like what's been going on. Yeah. And there's been a couple of times where I'm content and I'm like happy with what's going on. Sometimes not so much. So that's where the lows come in. So like I just use that vision, I guess, of looking out to the ocean because it's easy for people to comprehend. So, like, for example, if you're having a shit day and you go to the beach, right, and you're by yourself and you look out to the ocean and you're just thinking, fuck this. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do anything.
Yep.
And then you flip it, and then the other thing is you look out and you appreciate it. You're like, this is beautiful.
Yeah. My
life's good. Like, there's so many, there's like
contradictions.
Exactly. There's two spectrums, two sides of the story, I guess.
Yeah.
But you're still looking at the same beach.
Yeah.
So, like, you're doing the exact same thing, but you're feeling a different way in both scenarios. So I guess, obviously one's better than the other, but I feel like you have to go through the shit times to enjoy the good times, obviously.
100%.
So yeah, highs, I guess a lot of family time were highs. There's been, I don't know, like, trying to think of my highs is hard because
it's harder to think of the highs than it is to think of the lows, because lows you remember more. Yeah. Mum's the exact same.
Well, let's crack into these lows then. So my parents aren't together anymore.
Same as mine.
When that happened, that was horrific. Yeah. That was, I think I was 15 at the time, and it was a big spanner in the works, and there was a lot of stuff behind the scenes that just like shattered us. So that was a low, and I think I'm there now. Like, I've obviously come to terms with it, like I did a long time ago. But the way I dealt with it was I played FIFA every day and just didn't talk to mum or dad. And, like, I don't know, that worked for me, but for others, they might not have that luxury. So, like, it's interesting to see, like, the different ways that people cope with these things. Yeah. I guess, like, I had the lowest that I've probably ever been for a long period of time was maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago. I don't know the exact time frame, but my mind was a madness. Yep. Like, I had that many things in my mind, and I had like 10 negative voices to the one positive, and I honestly couldn't see, like, happiness. Like, I couldn't feel happiness. I felt like emotionless.
Yep. Like,
it wasn't good.
I was the exact same, about the same time frame.
Yeah.
I was dating my ex at the time, for a long time. Yeah. And I just really hit like this barrier. I was like towards the end of 2018, I think. Yeah. I just sunk, bruv. Like, I had to end it with her. Yeah. Just so I could recover. Yeah. I went and got help and everything. Like, that's something I'm big on, is getting help. Like,
100%.
If you want it, you go and get it, because, like, I always sort of thought, like, going to the docs and telling them I don't feel good. Yeah. Like, what are they going to do? Just chuck me on meds, and then, which is, I'm quite open with it because I want people to know that it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I went and got help, and I went put on the meds and stuff. Yeah. It didn't work for me, but eventually I got there. But I hit this rock, man, and, like, I was, like I was talking about before, I was fucked since I was 16. Yeah. Like, after my granny passed away, I was just I was at a real dead spot, and I just never hit a high. Yeah. I always kind of stayed, plateaued, and dipped again every time. But obviously, as you go through your life and you grow up a bit more, you learn to appreciate the smaller things, and
yeah, for sure.
And, like, things change.
You don't take as many things for granted.
You lose relationships, you make new ones, stuff like that. And I feel like the last 6 months or so, I obviously had a big change in my life. Yeah. I feel like, in a way, it was sad at the start.
Obviously.
Talking about a broken relationship here, by the way. Yeah. But now, as I'm starting to see things from a broader perspective, it's like this thing was meant to happen. Yeah. Like, I've grown more in this last 6 months than I have in the last 3 years.
You sure have.
And, like, I don't have any hard feelings anymore. Like, it's just like...
That's what I was saying before. Once you come to terms with things and understand why it's happened and how it happened.
Yeah, and how to persevere, and it's this is why we have the music, son, because the music helps.
Oh yeah, 100%.
The music's like your own psychologist. Yeah. Like, every time you chuck those earphones in, it's like you're turning off from the world. But
we were having a chat about this the other day, back to the music thing. like when I'm sad, I don't like to listen to sad music, and like
Yeah.
that's something that you learnt.
I learnt
through
that,
listening
yeah,
to a lot
like-
of sad music. It just puts you down into a deeper hole.
It just keeps you kind of stagnant. And my
Yeah.
mum for years was like, you got to stop listening to that stuff. I'm like, Mum, you don't know, like
Yeah.
whatever. But now I'm just like,
Mumsy knows best.
Mumsy knows best.
Mm-hmm.
Mumsy knows best.
And I can get around that too. You listen to positive stuff to make you feel good.
Yeah.
But
100%.
again, like people, different strokes for different face.
Yeah.
Like some people want to listen to the sad stuff to get it out, I
Yeah.
guess. But yeah. And back on what you're saying about seeking help, like that was a big step for me as well. So I saw a psychologist in Freo actually, and she was lovely, and I haven't seen her for a while, which I'm happy about, like, cause I guess from I'm a very self-aware person, so I was telling her everything, and she was basically saying, look, it's good that you're here, but I don't actually think you need me. Like you're doing really well yourself, like processing things in your head, and so I haven't seen her for ages, and maybe I'll go in and check in. Cool lady, like maybe 50s, 60s. If you want her and you're from Perth, I can send through an email or phone number. But yeah, the first step was hard, and like you'll probably cry, and you'll be upset.
The first step's always the hardest.
Oh, 100%.
100%. Like,
But then once you've gone once, you'll like be more at ease to go back again. You know.
yeah, like it took me a while to open up to my mum about it all.
Yeah.
And then first time I went in, I had to take my mum with me because
Yeah.
it was pretty hard. But I think it's fair to say that the happiness is around the corner, man. Like,
100%.
we do have our little dips. Like I've had a dip last week.
Yeah.
I was happy for so long. Like,
I know you were.
literally
I
like
could
2 or
tell.
3 months straight. I was on top of the
Your
world.
whole persona changes when you're happy.
Yeah. And then you kind of just have a bad day and it all goes back down. It's like
Yeah.
back to square one.
Mm-hmm.
But look, this is like, I feel like everyone in our group right
Yep.
now is doing quite well. Like,
yeah.
there's
And
a couple of...
we might not know. If,
Yeah, of
if
course, of
but
course.
That's why we're trying to.
But this
spread
that's
awareness.
what I want from this
Yeah.
podcast is I want to get my mates on and I want to chat to them and I want them to be comfortable chatting.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's so important.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. If anyone needs any help or thing, I'll put the number for all the crisis hotlines and
Yeah.
stuff in the comments or whatever it is.
Even feel free to
And
message
yeah,
us.
feel free to message us or if you want to, like, if you're in Perth and you need to have a chat, we go for a little bite. Nando's.
Go for a cafe run.
Yeah. So no one's ever alone.
Nah.
Ever. Enough about that. What's the next segment we got?
Deep as fuck.
X 2.0.
Are we back?
X 2.0. I have a message actually from
here
a
we
Don.
Here we go.
I'll just say his name. I can't remember his name. I'm just going to tell him because he asked to do it. He asked to
Well, ask for his name to be featured?
No, he just asked for the X to come back.
Alright.
Just bear with me here while I get it up.
No worries.
Oh, what's his name? Matty Hearts.
Matty Hearts. Oh, he's a
Matty Hearts.
He's a potty listener.
Yeah, he is. Talk about the icks. All right, so I do have one ick. I don't have many because I didn't plan it beforehand. You
Yeah,
know?
I probably won't be saying any of it.
Yeah, he's already covered it. But look, this is one ick that I want to cover,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it was on show for us last night. Okay.
Yeah.
It's when a girl, or if you're a girl or guy,
Or anything.
or anything,
Anyone.
we're very inclusive on this podcast. It's when
Yeah.
a person that
Mhm.
you like
Mm-hmm.
gets way too smashed.
Yes.
And
They
they're just
lie.
basically, they've got a drink.
Yep.
And it's just not even in their cup anymore. It's just all over them.
Yep.
Hair's a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Face is a pigsty, right? Like, just wet, sweaty, like, you know what I mean?
That's nightclub, but yeah.
I don't know if that's
That's
an ick
clubbing.
or a turn off, but
That's clubbing, bro.
fuck, that is bad. That is bad. That is really, really
That's
bad.
you don't have enough drinks in you, I think.
Yeah, I really hate that.
Yeah.
Like, I really do.
Mm.
Like,
Turn from angel to piggy
yeah,
to Peppa Pig.
yeah.
Yeah.
But look, I'm all good. I'm all for having a good time, but
Yeah.
know your limits, man. Know your
Yeah,
limits.
yeah.
Like, it's just not even.
And
just
one
can't.
thing I hate, this isn't even an ick, this is just a general dislike in the world. Like, I drank a lot last night, and I still had respect for everyone that I interacted with, right? Some people will drink and then they go, oh no, I couldn't control it. Like, I couldn't control this. You have a conscience. Your conscience doesn't just turn off. You always, unless you're blackout, you always know sort of what's going on, and you can still make good enough decisions. But some people, man.
Some people. Enough about that. Funny female encounters, Jamo. Something I want to ask you.
Funny female encounters?
Yeah, I have one that I want to touch on quickly. I'm going to try and put it in the next 5 minutes because it's a bit of a long story.
Oh, really?
You are very aware of this story.
I am.
Yeah.
Am I?
I have an Instagram account where I do a little thing called Lachy's Vlogs. And it's become a little bit of a crowd favourite within that little page.
It should end up on YouTube.
It may end up on YouTube.
Should do. If you pull your finger out.
I had an encounter with a female. She's lovely. Just want to say she's a lovely girl. Yep. I'm not talking shit. It's like I don't want any trouble. It's just a good story.
That's what everyone says before they talk shit.
It's just a great story, and I know people are going to love it.
She's such a good girl.
Yeah. Anyway,
she looks like a pig.
No, she doesn't. She's a very attractive young lady. Okay. She's very nice.
All right, let's get it rolling.
Established the respect early. All right. So basically, I was talking to this girl, right? And
first letter.
Yep. A.
Okay.
That
didn't help.
She's lovely.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is the Valentine's story, by the way.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So you're on the page now? You're on the ball?
I'm on the front page, bro. I'm Playboy magazine.
Anyway, so talking to this girl, absolutely lovely, right? And she still is. I just want to keep that because I know it's going to come back and bite me on the ass.
She is a nice girl.
She is. Okay.
That has an annoying friend.
Correct. Okay, so basically...
And the friend might be a lovely girl as well.
Yeah, but at that time she wasn't. She was very rude.
And just before you get onto it, it's not her place.
No.
So
that's what I'm going to get.
Let's go.
Okay, so met this girl, absolutely lovely, and we're chatting for about a week. Right? I met her through Tinder. Okay?
And
that might have been my first mistake.
You'd never actually met in person?
No, I didn't meet her. I haven't met her. I still haven't.
Wow.
We organised a date for Valentine's Day on the third. So Valentine's Day was on a Sunday. We organised it on the Thursday.
Yep.
Okay. Very keen. I was so keen because, I was like, this could be something, right? And chatting, all good. You did the merch drop on the Friday.
Yeah.
Right. And then the Saturday we went for a drive.
Yeah. That's when Lachy's Vlogs actually debuted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went for a drive to drop off the merch. It was a full day.
11
work, o'clock to 5.
Helping
it's like
the boys
work
out.
Shift almost.
And this is the Saturday the 13th. No.
Yeah, the Saturday before.
Yeah, the 13th.
Previous to Valentine's Day. And I was like very, very, very busy. And I barely checked my phone at all.
Facts.
But we stopped off at a place, right? And I've read this message.
Oh, yeah. Also, it was her birthday.
It was her birthday on that day. Right.
But also, they'd never met, so.
Never met. So it was her birthday on this day.
Yeah.
I did wish her in the morning, right? But she initiated the conversation in the morning, which made me look a bit bad. Okay. And yes, I was a bit of an arsehole. I should have messaged her first anyway. So she's asked how my night was the night before, blah, blah, blah. And then I've said, happy birthday. Hope you have a good day. 20, how exciting, blah, 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 you know? To which she comes back and says, oh, yeah, thanks, like, blah, 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 blah. And then that's it.
It all ran smooth.
Yeah.
For that part, yeah.
So we've carried on with our day. We've done our business. I got a message about 3 o'clock, right, in the arvo from her mate, abusing me for being a shit bloke because I didn't say happy birthday correctly.
Yeah.
For starters, okay, not your place, okay? And any female out there that gets involved in someone's relationship because it's your best friend, fucking don't, okay? Because it ruined it, okay? But basically after that, girl ghosted me and cancelled on me the next day. So I didn't have a Valentine.
Well, you did. You had Mitch.
I had Mitch. I did have Mitch. That was that actually ended up being a great night, and I met someone else.
There you go.
That day. So
beautiful.
Yeah. So look, that's the Valentine's story. But look, just the moral of the story: don't fucking get involved.
Yeah,
I hate
it's
that.
not your place. Like, I think once you've met the person and form like a friendship with them, like the friend of the girl you're talking to, then it's okay. Obviously, if it's relationship based, it's not really their time to talk.
Exactly.
Unless it's something that needs to be
Look,
talked.
I will openly admit if I was an asshole.
Yeah.
Like
And you'd said that
I'm a genuine bloke. Like I'll say, like, yeah, look, my bad.
Yeah.
But fuck that, I'm not apologising for shit. Because that was too much.
Yeah, it made me angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been in the same boat before.
Yeah.
That friend thing.
It's just,
Friend getting involved.
Yeah,
but
it sucks. It really does. Like, that could have been something.
Yeah.
That could have been something. But,
and the annoying thing is, our mates would never do that.
No.
Because it's between you and the girl. It's got nothing to do with us.
Yeah, never.
So we would... And it's because, for the most part, girls will screenshot, put in a group chat. And then, like, all the girls are angry at this guy or whatever.
Yep.
When really it should be between the two people. Unless the guy sends a dick pic or says something that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, so that's my little Valentine story. Look, like I said, I've got no hard feelings. I don't really care. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. But she ended up apologising and stuff, so we're all good now. We're on friendly terms, but we don't really talk anymore. But
we don't talk anymore.
Okay, so I've got a couple of things. We're running a bit short on time, but look, I've got a couple of things that people sent in. So this one is a question sent in by Ben Randall.
Okay.
I think he's another listener of yours. You like that pillow?
Yeah, it's naughty.
Naughty, isn't it?
Benny.
All right, so his question, it's not really a question, he said, but it's more of something to discuss.
Okay.
An average blonde is hotter than an average brunette, but a hot brunette is hotter than a hot blonde.
Nah, false.
False?
Yeah, I think I've seen this before. I disagree personally. That's his preference, Benny Randall. Can we have a look at him?
Sure.
Because I feel like a lot of the time that actually does matter.
Benny Randall. That's him there.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's his personal preference, right? For example, but I prefer brunettes. Therefore, my average brunette will look better than the average blonde.
Yep, I'm the exact
in my
same,
eyes,
exact
right?
same page.
Yeah. So maybe he actually likes more. Well, he just stated it. He likes more average blondes, but he likes the elite brunettes.
Yep. Yep.
That's my take.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So there we go. There's the first one. We're running real short on time. But our good mate Will Taylor.
Okay.
Young Will Taylor.
I don't think I've ever met him.
He sent in a few, so I'll keep a couple for some future potties.
So I'll just throw some though.
Thoughts on Dylan's new trim?
I like it personally.
Elite. I actually love it. I reckon
like
he looks
it.
hot as fuck, man.
It's definitely changed him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it, and yeah, I think when it grows out, it will be even deadlier.
Yeah, 100%. I think he looks quite sharp. Even my mum said it looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. He's a good-looking bloke. Young Dylan. He is. Thoughts on little Eshays?
Not much, bro. Like,
do you remember that time we went to the park and
I do.
there was that group of Eshays kids?
Oh.
And I wind down. I was driving off. I wind down window.
Eshay.
Eshay, and they all just go Eshay.
That was so. It was like seagulls.
Yeah,
all
it was
chirping
so
at chicks.
good.
That was funny. Yeah, look, Eshays who actually do bad shit, like fuck you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you're gonna roll
suck.
me.
Yeah,
why are you gonna roll me for?
Yeah.
And then they roll grandmas and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
the elderly just.
real shit people sometimes. Not all, but some of them are. Do you have a voice message?
The ones that we met at the park, though, they're actually like good.
They're
good
actually
blokes.
yeah, cute little kitties.
Got $50 in my pocket.
Got $50 in my wallet, bruv. All right. Quick little voice message.
Hey, Lachy, this is something I've always wondered. If one of the boys gets a missus and the other boys don't like her, does she have a chance? Yeah. Good luck on the podcast. Stay safe.
Thank you, Mia.
Thanks, Mia.
Good question. That I think personally, if my boys don't like the girl,
that's going to be a turn off for you. Eventually, you're gonna.
And
I've been in that situation where friends didn't like me.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I couldn't be
I
with
feel
them,
like
you know.
there come when this sort of thing happens,
Mm.
there's like a barrier and you can't cross it. Like there's like it becomes to a point where you hit this wall
Yeah.
and there's no going past it because their
Yeah.
friends just suck or your friends just don't like her or
Yeah.
something. Like,
And there's a range of things that it could be, like why the people don't like each other, but
yeah.
I
think
feel like it's a hard barrier to overcome,
it is.
because eventually if you see yourself spending the rest of your life with that person or the next 10 years with that person, it's not going to be very fun.
Yep.
Because you're not going to actually get the full
Because like
experience.
imagine going out for a night out and their mates hate you or you hate them.
Sick.
Like it just sucks.
Sick.
To end off, we want a message of the week, a song of the week, and we want your anthem.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go first with my anthem.
Yep.
My anthem for this year is "Don't Change" by INXS.
Yep. It's a banger.
I don't need to say
It's a
anything
banger.
else. If you don't know what that song is, put it on.
Play it.
It'll make you smile.
You'll feel it.
Yeah, you'll just feel it rush. You feel the rush.
Mm-hmm.
But what's your anthem? I know you struggle because when I went on your podcast, you couldn't answer it. But you've come to me recently
Yeah.
and you've given me one.
I had it, yeah. The Pretender, Foo Fighters.
Woo!
I love it. I
Tune.
love it. I'll play it on the way back home
Deadly.
as well.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
I do love
It gets
that.
me up and about, and especially 3/4 into the song, the instrumental basically drops, and then bang.
Yeah.
It's back. The chorus
It's
is
so
back.
good. It's such a... Foo Fighters are so good.
I love them. I love
Yeah.
them. I wish I got to see them live when they were at their peak, bro.
Yeah, they are so
Because
late.
they're in their 50s now. I hope they eventually come back and do.
I think they will do another tour, but this COVID thing is a little sticky. So
It
like
is.
it's done a lot of...
They have one of the best
shit times.
live shows of all time on YouTube. It's sick.
Mm.
Just type in Foo Fighters live show and it'll be the one with the most views. So good.
Mm.
So that's our anthem of the year. So Don't Change, INXS, The Pretender, Foo Fighters. My message of the week would be, I'm just going to give a little spiel before I say it.
Sure.
Not caring what people think is so powerful.
Okay.
It's so powerful. I've learnt, especially in the last few months, to disregard what people who you don't actually have anything to do with, cares about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that came out right, but I just have started to not give a fuck more and more.
So it's more the
it's
message is
so-
be yourself sort of thing.
Yeah, it's
do
just
what you want.
yeah, do what you want and do your best.
Yep.
Just do your best,
Yep.
because that's all you can do.
I'm happy
you
with
know?
that. I'm happy with that.
Song
of the week.
Song
Now,
of the week.
I'm picking
Ooh.
song of the week, and you'll agree with me. I put a little story up on my Instagram last night, and I put the song as Vex, Slow Tie.
Yeah.
That's our song of the week.
Okay.
Vex by Slow Tie.
So I don't get a song of the week.
No, that's our song of the week.
Okay.
Okay. Because
No worries.
did you? I mean, you're more than welcome to put a last minute.
No, I forgot. I
forgot?
was thinking, but there's nothing that sticks out.
Well, there you go. Vex, Slow Tie is our song of the week. This was episode 1, Jamo.
Yeah.
Absolute pleasure, mate.
Well done, mate.
I'm very, very thankful for your help, and hopefully a big future for us in the going forward. Future for the future.
Big future for the future.
Future for the future.
But yeah, thanks for having me, mate.
No worries.
It's been good.
Subscribe to the boys. I'll link everything. Show them some love. Thanks for listening, and check in on your mates.
Yes.
Make sure they're all right. Spread the love, and stay safe. Love.
Big love.